Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching the Newshour Special Edition with me, Priya Bahal. In exactly a week from now, results will be out for 5 state assemblies. The fate of 4 of them has already been sealed. The only one left to go is Telangana, where voting takes place on the 30th of this month. With 119 seats at stake, Telangana is going to be the 3rd largest state going to polls this time around and stands apart from the other Hindi heartland states in many ways politically, but especially in its demography. OBCs, STs and SCs as well as minorities together constitute almost 85% of the state's electorate, which perhaps explains why BJP has reworked its strategy to focus on the underprivileged in the state in an attempt to outmaneuver the opposition, and leading the charge for the Saffron Party as it tries to gain further stronghold in the state that is seen as the gateway to the south for the Saffron Party was the Prime Minister himself. He put Chief Minister KCR in the dock over failing to install a Dalit Chief Minister as promised by him back in 2013 and vowed to make a backward class leader the Chief Minister of the state if BJP comes to power.
KCR की आदत झूठे उन्हें तोड़ देने की है। केसीआर ने दलित सीएम का वायदा करके तोड़ दिया। केसीआर ने दलित बंधु योजना का वायदा करके तोड़ दिया। केसीआर ने 2 बेडरूम वाले घर का वायदा करके उसे भी तोड़ दिया। केसीआर ने युवाओं को रोजगार का वायदा करके तोड़ दिया। केसीआर ने किसानों को पानी का वायदा करके उसे भी तोड़ दिया। केसीआर ने स्कीम्स का वायदा किया था, लेकिन बदले में सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्कैम्स दिए। बीआरएस जैसी एक बीमारी का विकल्प कभी कांग्रेस जैसी दूसरी बीमारी विकल्प नहीं बन सकती। बीआरएस और कांग्रेस इन दोनों बीमारियों का इलाज सिर्फ और सिर्फ बीजेपी ही कर सकती है। केसीआर तेलंगाना को बर्बाद करने के बाद अब देश का नेता बनने का शौक रखने लगे हैं। अपने इस शौक में बीआरएस ने दिल्ली की कट्टर करप्ट पार्टी के साथ हाथ मिला लिया। इन लोगों ने मिलकर शराब स्कैम किया, करोड़ों रुपए की हेराफेरी की।
Now, BJP's promise to install an OBC Chief Minister makes way for the rise of several contenders for the BJP. KCR, however, and the other parties have no other options but forward-class leaders. And now, for the BJP, there are leaders like Etala Rajendra, who hails from Mudiraj community, Bandi Sanjay Kumar, and Arvind Dharmapuri, both MPs belonging to Munuru Kapus. Incidentally, both Mudiraj and Munuru Kapu communities are predominant and most vocal OBC groups, and both these leaders were once a part of the BRS before leaving the party. Now, what this basically means is that both the KCR party as well as the Congress, their chief ministerial faces are from upper caste, and the BJP is trying to outmaneuver them by pitting a face from the OBC community, a very prominent vote bank, almost 51 to 52% votes here from that community. However, this claim is being mocked by the rival parties, who call it a pipe dream and hypocrisy.
अभी हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने मुलुगु जिले में समक्का सारक्का के नाम पर ट्राइबल यूनिवर्सिटी बनाने की घोषणा की है। आप लोगों ने खुशी कर तालियां बजाई, मगर ये टीआरएस फिर से आती है तो ये यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं होगी, वो इसके लिए भूमि नहीं देने वाले हैं।
तेलंगाना में अमित शाह ने कहा कि हम ओबीसी चीफ मिनिस्टर लाएंगे। भैया पहले 2% वोट तो लाओ, फिर बात करना सीएम की। पूरी हवा बीजेपी की निकाल दी कांग्रेस पार्टी ने।
Come 2024 and the people of this country are ready to teach a befitting lesson to both the NDA and the INDA alliances. NDA में कौन है? शिवसेना निकल गया है. शिरोमणि अकाली दल has severe ties with the BJP. Similarly with INDA alliance, वो तो बनने से पहले ही बिखर गया है. Akhilesh Yadav ji had come out and said that if the Congress continues to behave this way, it would be difficult to continue with them. Even the communist parties which announced that they would ally with the Congress are no way in talking terms with the Congress party in Telangana, which is going to polls on November 30. So both these alliances have failed.
Joining me on the broadcast to help us understand this caste matrix is Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, BJP national spokesperson, Jai Murg, who's a psephologist, Lokesh Jindal, political analyst, and Sai Shekhar Angara, who's a senior journalist who has been covering Telangana politics for over 3 decades now. But my first question is to you, Jai Murg. Help us understand the breakdown, how Telangana in its demography is very different from other states like Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, and Madhya Pradesh going to polls.
Well, you see, one of the matters here first is that the TRS is itself led by a relatively forward community. In Telangana, they call them the Dora communities. And the population, without trying to get too much into intricacy, the Velama caste that Mr. KCR, the incumbent chief minister, belongs to, its population is, estimated. Now these are just estimates, about 2 to 3%. It's very small. So the BJP actually under Mr. Bandi Sanjay Kumar, after he won in 2019 as a giant killer, was quite focusing on promoting him as a backward class leader, the Munir Kapu, as you rightly said. The BJP also focused on mobilizing Yadavas, who are pretty numerous. This entire myth lies in a lot of the viewers that, Yadavas means UP and Bihar. No, there are Yadavas in Telangana, there are Yadavas in Tamil Nadu also. So the BJP focused on mobilizing those OBC communities. Though it was not necessarily an OBC pitch, it was more of a pro-Hindutva pitch. Mr. Sanjay Bandi was known to be a very firebrand Hindutva leader. Now, the issue that's actually happened with the BJP and the TRS, why both of them are on a slightly slippery ground, is that first, the vote share that the TRS polled last time, 47%, is absolutely not a caste-based vote share. It's like a pro-incumbency vote for a chief minister without worrying about his caste credentials. They polled about 47%. Now, that's not their natural base. You go back to 2014, they polled about just 34% votes. So, the votes can swing. Okay. Now the BJP did have an opportunity when Mr. Itala Rajender crossed over to the BJP. He won his by-election with a thumping majority in a very tough seat in a tough contest with the TRS. Yet the BJP in the past, it hasn't crossed the 19%, the peak that it polled in the 2019 Lok Sabha. It lost momentum after the GHMC polls. Most importantly, though it could have, and if you spoke to a lot of the BJP Karyakartas on the ground, about 2 years ago, they were very clear that they wanted this OBC mobilization as a strategy of the party. But the fact that now you have Mr. Kishan Reddy, who almost belongs to the same community as the Congress leader Revanth Reddy, the chief ministerial candidate of the Congress, the BJP sort of loses out that USP, So now once again, though each party would favor, an undercurrent of a caste mobilization, the three prominent leaders of each of the fronts belong to the Dora or the forward communities, right? So that's the exact landscape, we are in currently for this Telangana election.
Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, would you then want people to believe the promise of putting forth an OBC CM?
Of course. The announcement has been made none other than the Prime Minister himself.
But Mr. Murg just pointed out that you actually put in place a forward caste leader as your state president.
No, that doesn't matter. Being a state president doesn't mean that it's a ticket to become a chief minister. The person who will become the chief minister will be from the backward community, and that is something which is a stated objective of our party and something which has been made public by the Honorable Prime Minister and by all the senior leaders. So there is absolutely no confusion in the minds of any of the party leaders, be it from forward class, be it from backward class, be it from any other class. Everyone knows that should we win the election, the Chief Ministerial candidate will be from the backward community. And this has, once we made the announcement, it had a lot of receptiveness among the community members, and they are feeling excited and they're thrilled with joy that for the first time a political party has made this announcement and made a commitment to make a chief minister from the backward community, and something which has been really gone very well with the backward community, and I'm sure this will show a result which will be historic as far as Telangana is concerned.
Sai Shekhar Angara, do you think this could be the winning trump card for the BJP? They are not only focusing on the OBCs, they are also focusing on SCs, they are also focusing on STs. Today, in fact, once again, Amit Shah announced that there is going to be a central tribal university for people in the state. There are other pro-Dalit announcements that have also been made. Can this counter KCR and Congress?
BJP is not winning. This is for sure. The contest in Telangana is between the BRS and the Congress. Congress wants to turn tables against the BRS and firing all its cylinders. And BJP has entered the fray only now, that is recently, maybe months. Because BJP was actually appearing to be a formidable force and offering a stiff opposition to the BRS, and actually emerged itself into a main challenger to the BRS until May 2023. But after it lost the ground in Karnataka, their chips are down in Telangana, and suddenly Congress began gaining. And Congress is now posing a severe challenge to the BRS, but BJP is not in the race in that sense. And BJP has announced a tribal university, Samakka Sarakka, only now, maybe about 2 months ago, but this has been a demand. And that 15 lakh rupees in individual bank accounts promised by the Prime Minister is being highlighted by the Chief Minister and BRS leaders very regularly. And also the ITIR, Information Technology, that corridor, which was promised in the AP Bifurcation Act for Telangana, Bayaram steel plant that is promised for Telangana, and several other promises that are made to Telangana were not considered by the BJP government and Narendra Modi government.
But sir, talking of unfulfilled promises, Prime Minister also reminded us of one that was made by BRS chief. When he was campaigning in 2013, he said that if my party comes to power, there is going to be a Dalit Chief Minister in place.
Yes.
That hasn't happened so far, not even a deputy Dalit Chief Minister.
Yeah, there is a reason for that. After KCR has fought for Telangana, for all reasons, good or bad, we have to give credit for Telangana formation to KCR, and it is not like Congress granting Telangana as they are claiming at every nook and cranny of the state, but it is BRS, TRS under Chandrasekhar Rao who pulled up the support from different political parties into his movement, and also gathered the support of more than 33 parties across the nation, and including the BJP, and got the snatched Telangana. It is like, you know, if Congress is saying that we granted Telangana, Sonia.
No, but sir, the question is different. KCR might have led the movement. KCR might have been the most vocal voice for it. Even if the whole credit goes to him, he was the one who promised.
Yeah, Priya, let me answer your question of that Dalit Chief Minister thing. First thing, it is like, you know, rhetoric. It is repeating the same song by the BJP and the Congress that he has not made a Dalit the Chief Minister, but he has made a blueprint for Telangana. And when he got a fledgling majority of just 3 seats, more than halfway mark, he thought he should secure the state. And for that reason, he took over the reins and ensured that, you know, whatever his plans are put in place from the drawing board, from lab to the land. And once that is there, he went to seek a mandate from the people. And he was elected with a thumping majority as another colleague.
Which is all great, but if you are trying to tell people that, you know, when people are voting for you, one of the promises that you've made is that you will put a Dalit person as the chief minister. It's fine, KCR took the lead the first time around. Did he not even have a deputy chief ministerial post available for a Dalit leader? And what is more objectionable is what I found. I was just quickly going through my research. In fact, the Congress party objected to a quote that was given by KCR to a magazine saying that he did not find any Dalit leader who was capable of leading the state.
No. That is wrong. That is not right. Anybody in India is capable of holding any position. What was Narendra Modi before becoming Gujarat Chief Minister?
Okay.
But he has made it to the Prime Ministerial job, and he is now running for a third time in 2024. So anybody can become Prime Minister, and cut copy paste, convenient cut copy paste by the Congress is very ridiculous. It is not. It doesn't hold good, and it doesn't stand.
Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, it's very interesting how our cephalogist doesn't even mention BJP as one of the contenders, but is continuously talking about the Congress party. Lokesh Jindal.
Yeah, BJP is not a contender, Priya. BJP is not a contender. BJP.
Yes, it might not be a lead contender. It is trying to get a toehold, and it's trying to explore all the strategies it can.
They can at best split the anti-BRS vote. And split the cake of the Congress, but then BJP is not in the ministerial race.
Yes, let Mr. Zafar Islam respond, then I'll get Lokesh Jindal in.
BJP does not cross single-digit, Priya.
I think somebody who has become judgmental and pronouncing the judgment ahead of the result on third is something either they do not understand the support base of Bharatiya Janata Party, or they want to discount something where they shouldn't be or ignore something they should be ignoring. Bharatiya Janata Party is a well-established political party and the largest party in the world. We have a strong political base in the state of Telangana. We have a strong support. We have people who have really committed to change the government and bring a government who has done extremely good in many other states. They have seen Congress party for 60 years. They have seen KCR for 10 years. And both the parties and MIM, they have all cheated them. They are corrupt parties. They are deeply into corruptions. And people are fed up with the kind of people they have been leading in their state. They want a change, and they understand the double engine, the benefit of double engine Sarkar. And that's why we are very confident. And they also had the aspiration that a BC Chief Minister should be there. We have done lots for the tribals and for the SCs and all the other communities. So they know that the governance model what Bharatiya Janata Party has, and which we have been able to demonstrate in many other states, will only benefit.
Just stay on with me, sir, because we are just getting breaking news that Prime Minister has spoken about the IT park for minorities that has been announced by the BRS. Appeasement has also been one of the very important issues that has dominated the poll rhetoric. Let's listen into the Prime Minister. We'll come back to you.
पूरी दुनिया आजकल मेड इन इंडिया का गौरवगान कर रही है, लेकिन आप देखेंगे कि बीआरएस और कांग्रेस के नेता कभी मेक इन इंडिया की बात ही नहीं करते। एक तरफ बीजेपी सरकार ऐसी योजनाएं बना रही है, फूड पार्क बना रही है, टेक्सटाइल पार्क बना रही है, लेकिन यहां बीआरएस और कांग्रेस का तुष्टीकरण अलग ही लेवल पर चल रहा है। बीआरएस तो टेक्नोलॉजी तक में तुष्टीकरण ले आई है। क्या अब भारत में धर्म के आधार पर भी आईटी पार्क बनेगा क्या? ये खेल चलता रहेगा क्या? क्या ये भारत के संविधान का सम्मान है क्या? क्या ये बाबा साहब आंबेडकर की भावनाओं का आदर है क्या?
Lokesh Jindal, while that is a promise coming from the BRS, the Congress has an entire minority manifesto. You have a minority declaration in these elections. Then is it okay to accuse only the BJP of indulging in appeasement when it makes announcements like Bhagyanagar?
We need to understand something very clearly. The reason for BRS to win was it being TRS. In fact, the regional sentiment was strong enough that it was able to overcome the OBC Dalit divide. In fact, the OBCs and Dalits, they combined together to vote for KCR at one point of time. But this began to break apart since 2019. We all know that K. Kavita, she lost to Arvind Dharmapuri, who's from the powerful OBC community, Munru Kapus. And we see that BJP, although it has prominent OBC leaders, but its ideology only appeals to the upper caste. It has failed to reach out to the OBCs, SCs, STs, and even the minorities, so it is out of picture. KCR, who is losing heavy on the OBC front, has also lost heavily on the SC front, because during his regime we saw there were custodial death of the SC woman, Mariamma, and then there were senior bureaucrats who went on to resign. In fact, the atrocities against scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, in fact, the crime against SC, STs was at an all-time high under the KCR regime. And that's one of the major criticism of KCR regime also. So him reaching out to the Dalits or OBCs is going to be very, very difficult this time. And the Congress...
But Congress has also been pretty much non-committal, sir. BJP says they will scrap minority quota. BRS says they are going to not retain 4%. They've actually passed a bill in the past which increases it to 12%. Congress doesn't commit itself on that issue so far.
Congress is pro-people political party. So its objective to reach out to the minorities, the SCs, STs, is upliftment of the downtrodden. It is not only just a poll plank, unlike KCR, unlike BJP, which comes out with poll promises prior to the elections. And this time, let me tell you, the minority vote is going to consolidate towards the Congress. Congress is going to win this time in Telangana with a thumping majority.
Look, what do you make of the BJP's prospects this time around? Revanth Reddy's last-minute entry for the Congress party has seems to have revived Congress's fortunes, what nobody could have predicted just a few months ago.
BJP, although it might have given nominations to the OBC leaders, in fact, it has aggressively tried to reach out to the OBCs, and it tried to project itself as a pro-Dalit party at various instances. But then it fails in its narrative altogether. We see BJP is again...
No, Mr. Jindal, I'm sorry. That question was for Jai Murg. I've got last 30 seconds left. That was for Jai Murg.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. You see, the BJP actually has made its case very clear in terms of the faces. You know, these leaders are projected as, you know, leaders of the party's campaign. However, much like other states across India, you know, be it Rajasthan, be it Chhattisgarh, be it Madhya Pradesh, it is Mr. Modi who is the leader of the campaign. So that's, in a nutshell, the situation of the BJP has put.
Do you think it would help them if they had, instead of saying that we promise an OBCM, they would have actually named the OBC CM? It could have been Itala, it could have been two others. At least BRS and Congress have...
In the past, that has worked for the BJP.
Yes, please go.
Yes, it's worked for the BJP, and that's what was the case in Madhya Pradesh in 2003 with Uma Bharti. However, I think what the BJP does is when it's one level below the big success. So in Bengal, similarly in 2016, they fielded a lot of OBC leaders, you know, without naming a leader as the leader. So that's been the strategy of the BJP after 2014.
All right, Mr. Syed Zafar Islam. Will we see an OBCM being named? We still have a few hours to go before the silence comes in, the Model Code of Conduct.
Well, as I said, and repeatedly we are saying, and not as a spokesperson, I'm saying that the Honorable Prime Minister himself has made this announcement that there will be a busy Chief Minister, and I'm sure that once we win the election, there will be a candidate from BC community who will be made the Chief Minister. That is something which we have made public. That is something our commitment is toward the backward community. And there is a lot of excitement in the backward community.
There seems to be a lot of excitement, but as Rahul Gandhi says, let BJP get the votes first. Till then, all promises mean nothing. We will keep a close eye on the developments on Telangana poll front. Thank you, gentlemen, very much for joining me on this broadcast. Taking a very quick break.